toxic relationships, unhealthy relationships, healthy love, and that's what I want to get into today. I don't know why I just started that like that. Like that was really weird. But I think it sounded cool, so we're gonna leave it. Um, yeah, I want to talk about healthy love today. I want to talk about it kind of. I guess this is kind of a part two of my last episode. If you missed the last episode, it was kind of about relationships and stuff. So if you missed that, be sure to check it out either on my YouTube channel or Spotify, Apple Podcasts, all that good stuff. Um, yeah, so I want to talk about that type of things. Did that make any sense? That type of things. Um, Toxic relationships suck. Like, I don't know if any of you guys have ever been in one. I've never really been in a toxic relationship. I've been in like toxic situations, but never like a toxic, like a romantic relationship at least. But yeah, not gonna, yeah. um, yeah, but at the end of the day, like a lot of times we choose to stay in those situations. A lot of times we like know better, but we just choose. I'll get into that later in the episode, but dang, I really just smacked my camera. Sorry, YouTube. Um, we all have a natural and normal and God-given desire to be loved or to give love, and that oftentimes is the reason why someone will go back to a toxic relationship or go back to, and when I say toxic relationship, I don't necessarily just mean romantic. Toxic relationship. Oh my gosh, I have the hiccups, dude. I always get the hiccups when I freaking record, man. I'm not gonna start over. We're just gonna keep running. Does that make sense? Oh my god, what was I saying? Oh my god, I'm just gonna quit. I'm never gonna do this again. Yeah, we all have a natural desire to give love, to receive love, all that stuff. Personally, early on in this season of singleness, one of my problems was like it took me a long time to realize this, but I had like so much love to give, and this sounds like fake. I promise you it's not fake, but I had like so much love to give that that's what was like making me like depressed, and like, well, not wasn't like the only thing, but that was one thing that was like making me very sad, was that like I just wanted to give someone my love, like romantically. I just wanted to feel like affirmed and validated by, someone else appreciating my love. And I had to learn to like give that to myself, because nobody's in the picture, so I had to learn to give that to myself, and to love myself, and to not allow other people to like have control over my life. Like when you do that, and it isn't like a specific person type thing, but when you're so set on like being in a relationship and so set on um you know that type of thing, you're allowing that to like take control of your life. And for so long I allowed that to take control of my life. Yeah, it's a process. It's definitely a process, something you definitely have to pray about. Try to regain your strength and your like ability to be single, I guess. Well, at least for me, that's what I had to do. I had to really like reset, but I'm getting off track here. But like I said, we all have a normal, natural desire to feel loved, to give loved, to give love. But we just have to we have to find it in the right places. That's the problem, honey. That's the problem, because a lot of times, like, um, let's just say for an example, like you're in a toxic relationship or someone's in a toxic relationship, and you've been with them for so long, and then like someone cheats on the other person, or like something bad happens, and you you've experienced love in that relationship before. You've experienced all like the good things and the butterflies and whatever in that relationship before, so you just keep going back to it to try to get that. And sometimes you will. Like sometimes you'll get that one day out of the week, and you'll keep going back to that relationship just because you just want to feel loved, or you just want to love someone, or you just want to, and and when it gets to that point, you really have to uh, try to decide: is this worth it? Is this worth my mental health, to continue to put myself in a situation? Because in some instances, in some like toxic relationships or unhealthy, whatever, they can be changed. Um, People can grow, and you can go to therapy or couples therapy or whatever it may be, and growth can happen, change can happen, improvement can happen, but sometimes it doesn't, and sometimes you just have to walk away, and you have to really just, because it's hard to walk away, it's hard to, and it's very easy to convince yourself like, oh, like I'm gonna change them, or oh, we're gonna get it together, and like whatever, and it's very, very, very easy to live in that. Sorry, I'm cracking my fingers. Dude, have you guys ever watched, sorry, I have to take a time out here, have you ever watched like chiropractic videos, like where they like crack people's backs and stuff? Oh my god, I love that. It's like ASMR, even though I don't really like ASMR. But anyways, time in. Gotta get back to the subject at hand. Um, but yeah, you have to really, and it's a very hard decision. It's very hard to be in a, like, let's just say like you're in a toxic relationship or a toxic situation. It's very hard. Trust me, it's very hard to be in that, and what's the word, like, to be in that, and like I'm like totally blanking, because like when you're in that, it's very easy to say, like, oh, they're gonna change, or oh, we can get it together or whatever. It's very easy to do that, and it's very hard to do the opposite, to walk away, or to really look at it with like a clean vision, or like without any feelings getting in the way, or any heartache getting in the way, or whatever. um, yeah, many times it's like it's all we know, like especially like if you've grown up around toxic relationships, or if that's something that just been in your life a lot. You might not think that there's anything more to life, or there's anything more to your relationships. So you might just settle for it and be like, you know what, I'm just going to try to make the best of this as I can, because I never seen, there's never been no toxic relationships in my family, or there's never been no healthy relationships, or you've never seen healthy relationships. But I just want to tell you that that doesn't have to be the case. It's very, it's hard, but it's possible to break the chain of like generational curses that's been on you. Um, I don't know why, but I just feel that very strongly. Like if you're just if you're watching this and you're someone who, um, maybe that's you. Maybe you haven't ever been around healthy relationships, or you haven't seen them in person. You don't know what that looks like. I just want to tell you that there's hope, um, to not settle. So many times, you don't know how many times I've seen it. And I'm not a counselor, I'm not a marriage counselor, I am not anything, but I've had so many people come to me and like ask for relationship advice, and it's very clear that they're not in a healthy situation. But it's hard to hear that when you're in it. It's hard to, if I tell someone like, yeah, you should probably not be in that situation, it's very hard for them to like take that advice, because people just, it's what they know, it's all they know. And but that doesn't mean that that's all you'll ever know. Ooh, that's a good one right there. That doesn't have to be the end of your story. Like that doesn't have you don't have to just settle for that and just put up with that for the rest of your life. Like it's gonna be hard to walk away. It's gonna be hard to you might have to like rebuild yourself back up. Um, but I promise you, at the end of the day, when you really find healthy love, someone who really treats you how you should be treated and all of that, you're gonna really thank God that you got out of that relationship or whatever. You know, again, it doesn't have to be romantic. Um, and again, you know, I'm not nobody's pastor. I definitely ain't nobody's pastor, okay? Because I ain't okay. But the Bible does talk about, you know, like what love is. Love is patient. Love is kind. Um, I don't know the rest of it, but I'll put it in the description if any of you guys want to check it out. But that's something you should ask yourself. Like, and again, even if you don't believe like in the Bible or you don't believe in God or like whatever, you don't have to use this specific uh, like analogy or metaphor or whatever. But that's something to ask yourself. Like, am I getting healthy love out of my relationships right now? Whether it's romantic, platonic, family, whatever. Um, am I getting healthy love out of my relationships right now? That sometime today, just take a minute to ask yourself and to really like evaluate your relationships, evaluate your close friends, people who, especially like your close friends, because those can be the most draining if they're toxic relationships, or the people that are just closest to you in general. Um, those can be the most draining, like I said. Um, and then, you know, if you ask that and you realize that, you know, hey, maybe this relationship isn't the most healthy, um, then you ask yourself, like, is this something that can be improved upon? Is this something, can I like have a conversation with this person and, you know, talk about, you know, how I feel, how I why I feel the way I feel? um, or is this something where I just need to leave and just pack my bags and skedaddle, and then make that decision? It's not always going to be easy. It is probably always going to be hard. The good things in life don't come easy, but I just feel like in the long run, um, you'll be thankful for it, because you're gonna, you know, either be by yourself and be like loving yourself, living your own life, or you'll be with someone better, or you'll have better friends, or you know, whatever the situation may be. Um, so yeah, that's just something I've been praying for within my own life, because I just really want healthy love like all around me, and not just romantically, just in any aspect, friendly, whatever. Um, recently, I've had like a good amount of people like try to, um, I don't know, like enter my life, I guess, and I could see that what, you know, that what they were giving me wasn't healthy love, um, and like toxic relationships, toxic love, whatever, like it can be very enticing at times, especially like again if it's like a relationship that you've like been had or whatever. um, it like, you know, the Bible talks about, you know, sin is fun, sin is enjoyable. um, so toxic relationships can very much offer you like good things, um, or advantages, or not advantages, but you know, things that you enjoy, because for most of us, we wouldn't go back to a toxic relationship if it didn't offer us some sort of hope. Um, so yeah, that's just been something I've been doing and trying to like evaluate, relationships in my life. Like, is this actually healthy for me? Is this actually something I should be involved in, be a part of, whatever? Um, yeah, and just to be honest, most of the time for me, it's not. Like most of the time for me, I just yeah, I'm just one thing I have to work on right now is I'm very like closed off from people, just because I've been like hurt by people in the past, um, extremely hurt by people in the past. So not only just because these people were like not healthy for me, but even if they were healthy, I don't even know if I would have like allowed them in, just because yeah, I'm just like super closed off, and I don't like. Was that a Drake song? No new friends. I don't know, but that's kind of where I'm at right now. But it's something like I have been better in recently, because I wouldn't have even talked to those people if I didn't. If I was like truly closed off, I wouldn't have responded. But anyways, enough of my information. Yeah, that's pretty much all I want to talk about today. Um, just healthy relationships, healthy vibes. Especially this year, man. After last year, which I assume was a tough year for everyone, definitely was a tough year for me. Um, we don't need nothing else draining us anymore. We don't need no more baggage, especially from other people. Like that's not something we want to carry into 2021, and beyond. Like this isn't this episode isn't just for this year, like, or isn't just for this season in your life. Like this is something you should be doing constantly. Not necessarily constantly, but periodically. Um, are these people benefiting me? Is this person benefiting me? Because a relationship is supposed to benefit you in some way, and people think that as like selfish, and I can see how it like sounds selfish, but um, thank you for that. But I just lost my entire train of thought. Oh yeah, relationships are supposed to benefit you in some way. Um, and maybe we can talk about that in another episode. But if relationship is just completely draining you, then that's not something you should be a part of, because that's going to significantly affect your mental health, and that's going to start to affect things you do outside of the relationship, your job, your school, um, your hobbies, whatever it may be. That relationship is literally going to bring you down and destroy all of that, if it isn't addressed. If you can't talk about it, you can't fix it, or if you don't just leave, um, it will, just to be blunt, it will destroy you. And I don't want that to happen to y'all, to my peeps. So um, yeah, definitely praying for y'all, praying for you guys, to just have that discernment and to be able to know when to walk, when to talk. Ooh, that was good. When to walk away, when to talk about the relationship, whatever. Because yeah, we just don't want none of that toxicity in 2021. But I want to thank you for watching and or listening. I always say that, but I don't know if that makes sense. Yeah, it does. Watching and or listening. Yeah, I want to thank you all for watching and or listening. Be sure to subscribe if you're not subscribed already. And follow me on like Spotify, all that stuff, wherever you're listening from. Subscribe, whatever. Comment any thoughts you might have. Yep. I don't know why I'm like blanking all of a sudden, but yeah, okay. Thank you for watching. See y'all laters.